All right, let's get to the latest. As far as the state of Maharashtra is concerned, the death toll in Maharashtra has now gone up. 112 people have been killed by floods and landslides over the last 3 days. A total of 99 people are missing. Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray will visit flood-hit Ratnagiri district today and hold meeting with local authorities. The worst affected region is Raigad, where 52 lives have been lost and 20 are still missing. Meanwhile, Krishna River in Sangli and Panchganga in Kolhapur are flowing above the danger mark. And the challenge before the authorities, of course, arranging food, medicine and supplies for the people who've been rescued. Now, the Indian Met Department has predicted that the intensity of rainfall along the west coast is expected to decrease in the few hours.
सिचुएशन है वो थोड़ा सा कठिन है क्योंकि बारिश लगातार हो रही है। अभी बारिश थोड़ी थमी है, लेकिन बारिश का कहर जारी है और इसके चलते लोगों को रेस्क्यू करने में जो परेशानी आ रही है एनडीआरएफ टीम को वो समझ में आता है। लेकिन अभी जो फिलहाल स्थिति है वो ये है कि लगातार हम लोगों को अभी कुछ दिन तक काम करना होगा। महाराष्ट्र में ही लगभग 100 से ज़्यादा मौतें हुई हैं। वो ज़्यादातर 4 जो लैंडस्लाइड हुई हैं वहाँ हुई हैं, 3 तो सतारा में हुई और 1 महड में हुई है। और इस तरह से लैंडस्लाइड का जो टोल है वो सबसे ज़्यादा है, लेकिन बाढ़ और अतिवृष्टि की स्थिति बनी हुई है और वाटर लॉगिंग की स्थिति बनी हुई। इसके चलते हम लोगों को कार्रवाई लगातार जारी रखने की जरूरत होगी।
All right, for more on this, let's go across to Mayuresh, who's been reporting from Sangli, which is one of the worst hit areas in Maharashtra. Mayuresh, this comes as a dual challenge for the administration. On the one hand, they are fighting COVID, and on the other, the relief operation in the wake of heavy rains have also posed as a big challenge. What more can you tell us about the developments that are taking place right now, the kind of relief operations, the challenges that the agencies are facing?
Absolutely. Right now, I mean, one such boat which is going to basically give the food packets, as well as they are going to drop a few people from one end to other end. And I have been joined by Amol, who is basically leading this particular team. Amol, आप बताइए ये काम आप कब से कर रहे हैं या कितने दिन हो गए ये पानी बढ़ रहा है?
पिछले 1 हफ्ते से पानी बढ़ रहा है और उसमें अभी पिछले 3 दिन से बहुत पानी बढ़ गया है। 2019 की जो फ्लड लेवल थी वो अब लेवल हो गई है और पूरे शहर में पानी भर गया है।
कितने लोगों को जो है अभी तक आपने रेस्क्यू किया है या एक जगह से दूसरी जगह लेके गए हैं?
अब तक रॉयल कृष्णा बोट क्लब सांगली का है जो हर साल बाढ़ में हम पूरे रेस्क्यू का काम करते हैं, जो फंसे हुए लोगों को निकालते हैं। इस साल अभी पिछले हफ्ते से हमने 3-4 दिन से लगभग 2000 से 5000 लोगों को रेस्क्यू किया है, सुरक्षित जगह पहुंचाया है।
कितने बजे शुरू करते, कितने बजे तक ये काम आपका चलता रहता है? क्योंकि हम देख रहे हैं कि पूरे सांगली शहर में अब पानी भर गया है।
सुबह 6 बजे से काम शुरू होता है, रात के 9-10 बजे तक काम चालू रहता है।
और ये पानी अब नीचे जाएगा क्या? क्योंकि बारिश हो नहीं रही है, तो क्या आपको लगता है, क्या आपका अनुमान है?
बारिश इधर रुक गई है, लेकिन जो कोयना डैम के एरिया में है, कोयना नगर में, उधर बारिश शुरू है थोड़ी, और जो अलमट्टी का बैक वाटर है उसकी वजह से थोड़ा पानी स्टेबल है। इधर पानी बढ़ नहीं रहा है लेकिन कम भी नहीं हो रहा है।
So that's what we heard, that the water level is stable. You can see now the food packet is being basically, they're giving the food packets to people who are stuck here. You can see that this is a SBI ATM branch, and one person, the security guard, and there are 2 security guards who have stuck here. So now they are giving them the food packets. So this kind of rescue work is happening. This is Royal Krishna Boat Club, which is one of the oldest boat club in Sangli, who's doing this kind of voluntary work. And in 2019 also they did this kind of voluntary work. So rescue operation is on, but we have been given to understand that more than 45,000 people have been evacuated from the different parts of Sangli city. 60 to 70% Sangli city is right now facing this flood-like situation. But the locals over here are basically saying that the levels will go down post 3 p.m. since the Sangli city has never crossed the mark of 57 feet. Right now, the Krishna River is flowing at 54.40 feet. So it would be interesting to see how soon the water basically recedes, because unless the water recedes, the life will not come to the normal situation. And here also authorities are fearing that if it starts raining heavily again, as of now there is no indication of heavy rains, but if it starts raining again in such situation, then certainly it will have impact on relief and rescue work. Back to you, sir.
All right, thank you, Mayuresh, for getting us those updates and those very important developments from Ground Zero in Sangli. We'll keep coming back to for those inputs. Now, Mirana also spoke to Maharashtra Minister Vishwadit Kadam, who said that rainwater is likely to recede after 4 p.m. Let's take a listen.
See, one needs to understand, first of all, that this is a huge, unfortunate natural calamity that all of us are facing. Unfortunately, in 2019, the floods level were much higher than what we are facing today. But having said this, that the Krishna River, which flows through western Maharashtra, its origin is somewhere in the Koina area, and the Koina Dam gives it discharge after having a large amount of water in its catchment area. And as most of us know that Koina Dam and its area has a lot of heavy rainfall, and that discharge that was done day before yesterday evening, it takes about approximately 7 to 18 hours for that water to reach Sangli district and go further in Kolhapur and Karnataka. And that's the reason why the water levels have risen drastically since yesterday afternoon. But luckily, having the experience of 2019, our district administration, the collector, the municipal corporation commissioner and our police force have been at it day and night for the last few days. Yesterday till morning, almost 75% of the flood affected areas, whether it's rural villages or city part, they have been evacuated successfully. We have managed to keep these people safe in rehabilitated institutions where we're taking care of their food and shelter also. We're taking care of their health necessities, where we are doing RT-PCR tests to ensure that while floods are going on, then there should not be a rise in corona cases. So all these precautions have been taken care by the government.
Yesterday you had a meeting with the local, I will say that the collector was also there, even the Jayant Patil, who's the guardian minister, was also there. So till what time we can expect that the water levels will go down in the recede? Because it's not raining heavily neither in Sangli nor in Satara belt, also in the Koina belt also. So we can expect that if it is not raining heavily, then some respite will be there. But what exactly is the estimate you have been given?
Well, honestly, as a citizen of Sangli, we can only pray and hope to God that the rain stop and the water levels will recede post 3 to 4 p.m. is our estimates, and that will obviously, because the water will continue forward and that they will recede. But of course, this is all again based on that the rainfall should stop itself.
All right, from Maharashtra, let's now turn our attention to the state of Karnataka that's also witnessing similar damage post heavy rains. Now, 9 people have lost their lives in the state of Karnataka and thousands have been displaced as parts of the state continues to flood due to heavy rainfall. Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa is taking stock of the flooded Belagavi district. The CM is monitoring relief operations in the worst hit areas and reviewing the preparations at relief centers. Meanwhile, a yellow alert has been issued in coastal Karnataka, Dakshin Kannada, Udupi, Uttara Kannada, Chikmagaluru, Hassan and Kodagu districts. Flood relief operations are underway in Uttara Kannada and Belagavi.
ಕೆಲವು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕ ಜಲಾಶಯಗಳು ತುಂಬಿ ತುಳುಕಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಾನಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಹಾನಿಯಾಗಿರೋ ಪ್ರದೇಶಗಳಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಥಳಾಂತರ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಜನ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ ಜನಗಳನ್ನ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕೆಲವು ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳು ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ನಂತರ ವಾಪಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ದೇವರ ದಯೆಯಿಂದ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಮಳೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 3-4 ದಿವಸ ಮಳೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋಂಥ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ನನಗಿದೆ. ದೇವರು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವು ದಿವಸ ಮಳೆ ನಿಂತು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೆಮ್ಮದಿಯಿಂದ ಇರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
All right, for more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Neha on the broadcast. Neha, thank you for joining us. What more can you tell us about the situation as of now and the relief measures that have been taken, that have been undertaken by the administration?
Well, Archana, let's first of all start off. What we understand now is that, about 8 districts have come under the yellow alert tag that's, actually been issued right now. And we understand that, these, at least these 8 to 10 districts that we're looking at, mostly in North Karnataka, that's the Belgavi, Bagalkot areas, apart from which we're also looking at coastal Karnataka, the Malnad regions, Uttar Karnataka, south interior parts of Karnataka as well. And, of course, one cannot forget Kodagu in all of this, or, so what we're looking at is that heavy rainfall has been predicted in these 8 districts, which is why right now yellow alert has actually been issued. Talking about the Chief Minister's visit today, he is in Belagavi to take stock of matters over there before he returns to Bengaluru. And what we're actually picking up right now is that, during the inspection as well, he's gone on to meet many of these families who've been affected. 9 people who've died across the state right now. 3 people reported missing. About 36,000 people have been, evacuated and displaced from their homes. About, what we're essentially looking at over here is 45 taluks across about 13 districts that have actually been affected over here terribly. We're looking at, again, particularly in this as well, we're seeing how relief camps have been set up across the state of Karnataka. The forces, in fact, have been pressed into operations right now. We're looking at the Indian Navy that's been, and the Coast Guard as well, that have been pressed into action from yesterday, the NDRF, SDRF as well. They've been evacuating people. They've, in fact, also been airlifting people. We saw about 200 people that have been rescued by the Navy boats and by the Coast Guard as well. So, apart from that, what we're actually looking at right now is the future mitigation of the floods and how the state plans to actually control this right now. We do understand that talks are on with the bordering state of Maharashtra as well, because let's remind you that once Maharashtra actually releases the floodgates or opens the floodgates, we could possibly see flooding over here, especially in the district of Belagavi. This is not something that's new to Karnataka. We've seen it in the past as well, over the past 2 years, particularly when heavy rains have lashed and when we've seen dams that have, actually filled up, reservoirs filled up and floodgates being opened, how, in fact, the lower state of Karnataka also has had to bear a brunt. So this time around, hopefully, the government has said that they are in talks and that it's going to be done in a very systematic manner. But also listening to what the Chief Minister said right now, that hopefully the rains should be subsiding in a day or two from now. But for now, we're seeing how the orange alerts and the red alerts that were issued, have in fact now come down to the yellow alerts, at least for the next 2 days now.
Right. Thank you, Neha, for getting us those updates and bringing us up to speed with the latest as far as the heavy rains in the state of Karnataka are concerned. Let's also get you other updates as far as the rains are concerned from Maharashtra and Karnataka. NDRF teams rescued victims hit by flash floods in Kolhapur district of Maharashtra. The visuals on your screens show rescue teams evacuating victims after river water gushed into villages. In Ratnagiri, earth movers were seen cleaning up the sludge post landslides in the district. Ratnagiri has been one of the worst hit districts in Maharashtra. Over 100 people rescued as the Gangavali and Kali rivers overflow in full spate in Uttara Kannada district of Karnataka. Choppers used to rescue flood hit victims. Over 15 villages in the district have submerged.